Hey, it's Melissa Moore with Kosi 101.1 and looking forward to this. Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller is here. Hi.
I am here,
Where are you
virtually
right
here.
now? Are you in Vegas?
Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah.
How long has that residency been going on now? A long time.
Well, the most important thing is the longest running headliners in Las Vegas history. Take that, Sinatra. Uh, it's been 23 years.
Incredible. What makes for such a great partnership between you and Teller?
Well, the answer is not what people want to hear. I believe it's keeping it a business partnership and not a friendship. Now, of course, over
Okay.
48 years, Teller ends up, as my daughter says, my BFF.
Yeah.
But he was the first to see my children. We were the
Yeah.
first to talk to each other when our parents died. All that stuff, the real stuff.
Hmm.
But as far as socializing, we work together 60, 70 hours a week. So we don't go out to dinner. I go to Teller's house maybe twice a year. You
Okay.
know, if someone who's friends with both of us goes out with us, they usually pick one because neither one of us have stories that don't involve the other one.
Right.
What'd you do today, Teller? Same damn thing you did.
I spent it all
Um,
day with you.
yeah. So, and I also think that for longevity, I mean, Lennon and McCartney obviously were in love. Martin
Hmm.
and Lewis were in love. Gilbert and Sullivan were in love. And when things don't go right when you're in love, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
When you're just two guys that work at a 7-Eleven, you're a little angry at the guy who cleans the Slurpee machine. Who cares? And that's the way we've always viewed it, is just our job. So if we don't get along, which is now and again,
Sure.
it's like not getting along with you right now.
Right.
Who cares? We're doing an interview.
Right. Right. You got a job to do. Let's do it.
Yeah. So I mean, unfortunately, I think what I'm saying is that respect has more longevity than love.
I
And
like
maybe
that.
you don't want to hear that, but I think it may be true.
No, I think that's a very honest answer too. I appreciate it. So, having the longest running show in Vegas, how do you keep it fresh?
Well, first of all, I'm going to contradict myself all over the place here. I contain multitudes. Um, we change the show all the time. I
Hmm.
mean, we have written, I believe, it was just written in a magic magazine that we've written more original magic than anybody in history. Um, like, knocking on 200 tricks. So we have to do another 20 tricks for another season of Fool Us.
Right.
20 tricks in a season is an astonishing number. We close every show with a trick. And we like to do tricks on TV, but we don't really feel like we've done them till we do them live. So we put them in the show. So it means that our show changes. Well, as the crew says, never the same show once. Um, Having said all of that about all the new stuff, I believe that Teller and I could do the show that we wrote in 1975, word for word, move for move, and be thrilled doing it. I get so disgusted at people who get bored with their material.
Mm.
I mean, when we do the show in Denver,
Yeah.
we will have stuff that's 3 weeks old because the truck has to be loaded now.
Right.
So it won't be a week old, but 3 weeks old. We'll also have stuff that's 50 years old.
Wow.
You know, there's we always make sure of that because there's something exciting and stimulating about seeing something brand new that other audiences haven't seen.
Right.
But there's something almost supernatural about something that's been done thousands of times.
Hmm.
The subtlety and the communication with the audience is just a different level.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start out doing something, you do it fairly grossly and broadly. You want to make sure every joke plays.
Hmm.
But after 2,000 times, you
Yeah.
start to trust the audience and say, I don't have to turn my whole body. I can just do this. And when I
Mm.
see people who've done the same thing thousands of times. I'm old enough, I'm 68 years old, that I got to see when I was young. I never saw vaudeville. I'm not that old, but I saw people who'd worked in vaudeville.
Yeah.
So I saw videos of people, no one cares now, but videos of people who were in vaudeville and wrote a show absolutely for real when they were 16
Hmm.
and didn't change it until they were 80
Wow.
and did that 12 minutes, often multiple times a day. And you'd watch that 12 minutes and you couldn't figure out why you knew certain things. You
Hmm.
know, someone on stage with the back row 3,000 people away, you wouldn't think that a little movement could tell the audience everything. But after enough time doing
Right.
that, it can. And having been on both sides of it, having done stuff thousands of times and watched people do stuff thousands of times, that communication
Mhm.
is a different kind of level. So
Right.
I do not want to say we get sick of things and don't like doing them.
Yeah.
And I also want to say we love doing new stuff.
Well, we're excited. You're going to be here March 13th at the Buell. And you've been doing this a long time, but there are people who've never seen your act, who've never seen your
Wow.
show.
Philistines.
What should they expect coming out to this show at the Buell?
Well, we do magic that doesn't insult people. Other people do, as Jerry Seinfeld says, here's a quarter, now it's gone, you're a jerk, now it's back, you're an idiot, show's over. We let the audience know that we are exploring how we ascertain what's real,
Mhm.
which is politically, morally, one of the most important issues that a society and an individual can deal with. Also, we have the longest running magic show on TV ever
Yeah.
with Fool Us. But I'm going to contradict myself again now.
Okay.
You can't see magic on TV because the biggest miracle you could ever see live would be to change a point of view instantly. That happens every 23 seconds on television.
Okay.
So when you're live, you're dealing with the rules of time and physics that you learned in the crib.
So there's something
When you
exciting then about live.
Well, exciting, but also it's the only way you can really see things that your body will perceive as miracles
Right.
and your intellect will perceive as tricks. And that is a wonderful, wonderful collision. What we
Yeah.
want in life is for the visceral and the intellectual to collide as fast as they can.
Right.
That's magic. That's also sex. That's also roller coasters.
Right. Right. All of them. All three of them. So tell me this. I was looking, at your tickets and it says Magic and Illusion Show. What is the difference?
Well, I didn't write that. Although I
I
should
know
have
you
checked
didn't. I've seen your interviews. I know you didn't.
Illusion is somehow in the 70s or 80s, some magicians got in their heads that if you had more syllables in what you were doing, it was more sophisticated.
Mm.
It's actually the opposite. An illusion is essentially visual. To oversimplify it, but not by as much as you'd think, it's mirrors.
Okay.
You are perceiving something in the front in the cortex that deals with vision. Tricks are essentially intellectual. So if I were going to be pedantic, and I am, I would say that there's one thing in the show
Mhm.
that's an illusion, and everything else is tricks.
Okay.
And tricks are much, much more intellectually and psychologically thrilling and interesting. Illusions are just a guy pointing to a box.
Okay. So when you say tricks, that's also magic.
Yeah, magic tricks. Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't referring to myself as a hooker and using slang.
I don't think you're saying. I just want to make sure we've got the vernacular right on this
Yeah,
one.
you want? Sure. Although, name your price.
You're like, you know what? I'm 68. Why not?
Sure. Why not? Sure. What harm could it do?
Exactly. Well, we're excited to have you here. I know tickets still available at AXS.com. March 13th at the Buell, Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. Thanks so much.
All right. Good to see you. Thank you.